Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over what makes MBTI personality types dangerous. Make sure to watch each one and find out what those things are for each personality type. Each personality type has some traits that make them dangerous, and we have assigned those things to each one of the 16 personality types. Find out what it is and determine how you can use this knowledge in reaching personal growth and self-improvement. Here is what makes MBTI personality types dangerous. Number 1. ISTJ. The enemy you didn't expect to see coming is the ISTJ, who is focused, rational, and quick to spot patterns and discrepancies. They appear calm and grounded at first, not exceptionally intense or confrontational. However, the more time they spend around people, the more they become aware of people's covert inclinations, habits, and weaknesses. If someone is a threat, they can immediately exploit their adversary's flaws while methodically crafting the ideal plan to thwart their scheme. ISTJs are tenacious, devoted, and difficult to divert. Number 2. ISFJ. ISFJs aren't readily turned into foes since they are meticulous, perceptive, and cautious. They like to live in harmony with their surroundings and dislike conflict or confrontation. However, they can become unexpectedly strong and focused in their retaliation efforts if someone breaches one of their firmly held principles or damages someone they care about. ISFJs can be slow and methodical in their approach to dismantling every aspect of their adversary's strategy, making them difficult to divert from their cause. Additionally, they can detect emotional flaws, rash decisions, and bad habits rapidly and utilize them to their enemy's advantage. Number 3. ESTJ. ESTJs are gifted at taking control of circumstances that are being handled ineffectively because they are pragmatic and hardworking. A person who offends an ESTJ, often through dishonesty, will rapidly devise a strategy to get them demoted to a position that is commensurate with their efforts. Don't anticipate getting a free ride from these kinds because they believe in justice and fairness. And don't try to win them over by manipulating or tricking their emotions. They have no patience for it and can quickly separate from their feelings in order to see things clearly. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. ESFJ. ESFJs are nurturing, socially astute, and intensely pragmatic. They value protecting the people they care about. ESFJs can easily ruin the reputation of someone who poses a threat or annoys them since they are fiercely protective of their loved ones and have a strong ability to affect how other people perceive them. They are skilled at infiltrating social situations and disseminating information about people who should not be trusted. They may also exhibit physical reactivity and impulsivity while under duress in an effort to defend or shield themselves from an adversary. Number 5. INFJ. INFJs, who are sometimes underappreciated, have a keen understanding of what is likely to happen in the future. They have a clear understanding of how events will develop and how individuals will be impacted. They frequently develop empathy for others and have a profound, intuitive understanding of how they are feeling. Although they often employ these abilities for good, INFJs are skilled at psychological warfare if you betray them or cause them to lose someone they care about. They often have a knack for knowing just what to say or what circumstances to use to really get under someone's skin. In order to persuade people to accept responsibility and own up to their faults, they can mentally unsettle them. There are times when this ability can be used in a healthy manner, but there are also times when it can be destructive. Number 6. INFP. The impulse to support the underdogs of the world is natural in INFPs. While first appearing calm and kind, these people aren't easily deterred from their cause, and if challenged, they can erupt into a flaming rage. Pick on an animal, a kid, or a less fortunate person, and these people will defeat you with a commitment and a resolution that goes against their typically laid-back demeanor. They are also difficult to control. They tend to avoid being caught up in other people's emotions, choosing instead to be true to their own emotions and what they genuinely think is significant in life. Number 7. ENFJ. ENFJs are extremely perceptive of other people's motivations and objectives and are enthusiastic and motivating. They can readily pick up on the needs, ambitions, and goals of others and come up with solutions to support their growth and development. Although the ENFJ often uses this emotional awareness for good, they can sometimes use it to sabotage someone's goals if they pose a threat or if they are in an unhealthy or immature state. ENFJs may readily interact individually with every member of a group to inspire them to work together toward a common objective. They are very intelligent and convincing. ENFJs can be emotionally strategic for either good or evil, depending on the situation, whether they are building armies, inspiring people to act, or sowing disbelief in a group toward their leader. Number 8. ENFP. There are many misconceptions concerning ENFPs. They are frequently presented as the loving, chaotic goofballs with a constant smile for everyone. Memes regarding these types frequently feature unicorns, confetti, and rainbows. But contrary to what these memes would have you believe, real, true ENFPs are much more perceptive. They have a keen sensitivity for identifying the motives of others and vocalizing those motives. When something is nice or awful, or when someone is acting dishonestly or unauthentically, they have a gut feeling about it. You'd better hope an ENFP isn't present to call you out on it if you're attempting to con someone. These people may be sympathetic and conscientious, but they also have a talent for putting others to the test, exposing their genuine motivations and exposing their dishonesty. Number 9. ISTP. Observant and flexible, ISTPs frequently turn out to be the adversaries you didn't expect. They may appear stoic, but they are constantly detecting pertinent information and non-verbal signs. To quickly solve issues, they internally assess situations and happenings. They can easily defend themselves from emotional manipulation while simultaneously being aware of all the flaws, inclinations, and strategies used by their adversaries thanks to their detached yet perceptive awareness. They can utilize this information to outwit their adversaries, surprise or outpace them physically, or rationally demolish them in a debate. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs have a strong sense of justice and stand up for those they see as being victimized, oppressed, or underprivileged. They combine their emotional awareness with a sharp knowledge of what is occurring right now all around them. They may first come across as kind and laid back, yet they have the ability to suddenly shift into an angry and physically aggressive state while defending someone. They like the rush of physical activity and the rush of adrenaline, and they are able to act swiftly when someone they care about or their ideals are in danger. They are extremely adept at recognizing telltale signals of deceit or ulterior purposes. They are, hence, highly challenging to deceive or control. Number 11. ESTP. Extremely in the moment, ESTPs are always looking for a chance to defeat the bad guy in any circumstance. While some people need time to adjust to impending danger, ESTPs react quickly and can act impulsively to defuse a crisis. They have more than just physical strength, though. They may mentally break down a situation, consider it from various perspectives, and analyze it while they are still in motion to identify leverage points where they can quickly defeat their enemy. An ESTP will react more quickly than you might imagine if you try to physically or verbally harm them. In any argument, ESTPs speak quickly, succinctly, and are acutely aware of the logical and physical weaknesses of their adversaries. Number 12. ESFP. People frequently misjudge ESFPs because they appear so approachable and non-threatening at first. ESFPs are sociable and outgoing individuals. However, beneath their lovely humor and smiles, ESFPs are perceptive and fast to pick up on non-verbal cues. They are completely in the moment and constantly on the lookout for responses and details that don't make sense. They can easily identify covert plans, false behavior, and unexpected attacks as a result. They appreciate being the first to respond to an unexpected situation and get a rush from going beyond what is expected of them. Number 13. INTJ. Visionary and self-assured, INTJs are adept at foreseeing how events will likely unfold far in advance. Once they have a sense of how events will play out, they work backward to identify the most likely trends and the roles that each component or individual played. This makes keeping a plan a secret from an INTJ all but impossible. Additionally, they have greater insight than people realize into the covert motives of others. They are fast to pick up on deceit and emotional manipulation, and they have no difficulty pointing it out right away. Their value system is centered on justice and fairness, and if someone breaks that sense of justice, they can become a formidable enemy. They can quickly put together a complicated attack strategy that is packed with backup plans, making it nearly impossible to prevent. Number 14. INTP. Knowledge is power, and INTPs typically possess a wealth of knowledge. These personality types are like sponges, soaking up information, and they then seek out methods to evaluate and critique that information to determine how it fits into a wider context. They are able to quickly disengage from the immediate circumstance in crisis or disaster situations in order to consider alternative perspectives and leverage points. And finally, they can very immediately discover inconsistencies. They are hazardous as a result since there isn't much that can hold them that they can't think their way out of. They are capable of devising complex revenge plots and, when provoked, are able to verbally attack a perpetrator with cuttingly correct, crippling judgments. Number 15. ENTJ. For a variety of reasons, ENTJs are powerful opponents. They are very good at gathering resources and managing the execution of intricate, multifaceted strategies. This implies that they can rapidly and effectively think of strategies to get rid of someone they think is dishonest or inappropriate for their position. Additionally, if you go against their moral principles, squander their time, or cause harm to someone they care about, they may become passionately bent on your destruction. These people are able to immediately dissociate from their own sentiments and maintain composure as they formulate a strategy. Finally, ENTJs can use their keen perception of what is likely to occur to devise a thorough and successful ambush strategy. Number 16. ENTP. Playing devil's advocate and challenging established norms and traditions excite ENTPs. When these people are misjudged or cornered, they can be dangerous. They can easily unhinge an entire organization in these circumstances by destroying a little portion of it. They rapidly become aware of how intricate systems are kept up and how each component contributes. They are able to solve or create technical confusions that baffle even the most analytical mind because they are strategic and visionary. They don't have a great fear of risk, and they don't mind jeopardizing their safety to defeat an adversary. They take pleasure in upsetting the status quo and causing chaos in an effort to expose the truth. These videos will be really helpful for you.